Some people would argue that it is not possible to make a good sequel. Heck, even before a sequel is released, people will call it a cash grab and hate it on principle. But Star Wars Battlefront II is a beloved game, so how does it compare to the first one? Let's start with the basics. The first thing everyone will see, the menus. Oh, what about the graphics? Well, I don't know about you, but whenever I get a new game, I don't jump right into it. I have to change some settings and make a lot of, menu noise. Now, to satisfy all you graphics whores, let's start with the graphics menu. Both games pretty much have all the same options as one another, just different layouts. The second one does not have a terrain quality, particle quality, and bump map toggle. But in all honesty, they don't really need an option anymore. Bump mapping is the norm, and terrain is now affected by LOD. Particle quality is really the only thing that needs a setting, because with enough of those little bits of dust and stuff, it will lag any computer. Anywhere else you look, Star Wars Battlefront II has way more options than the first one, with more variety of settings and instant action, such as game settings, AI settings, hero settings, all kinds of other cool things. But in the first one, it's just you pick a map, you pick an era, and bada bing, bada boom, you got a game. Oh yeah, and the second one has space, that's pretty cool. And seeing as we are talking about the menus, let's actually talk about the menus themselves. The menu in the first one is an animated hologram of the battle on Geonosis. And in the second one, it's blueprints for various ships and vehicles that are in the Star Wars universe. Both are very well done and unique backdrops for the menus. I'm glad that the second one didn't just copy the first one. I, personally, prefer the backgrounds in the second one because in the first one, the UI on blue I find unsatisfying. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. Let's get into the game. You just gotta sit through this boring screenshot and tip in the second one. I mean, though, that's pretty standard. It's not like it can be worse than the first one. The beeps. The animation. It's so pretty. And fast, too. For the comparison, I'm using Camino because it's pretty much the exact same map in both games. The biggest improvements visually is the texture quality and the bloom. In the second one, the textures are sharper and the bloom isn't blowing every frickin' detail away. Star Wars Battlefront 1 has the exact same bloom issue as Oblivion. It makes it look like smudged glasses. Turn that shit off, okay? Another big improvement that is honestly harder to notice is the LOD and the draw distance. For those who don't know, basically draw distance is how far away until something deloads, and LOD is how close until it loads in the higher quality model. In Star Wars Battlefront 2, the LOD and the draw distance are much higher and it runs better. To me, those two things are what qualify the second one to have better graphics than the first, because really the textures and the models are only slightly improved, and in some cases they are literally the exact same assets from the first one. The gameplay in the second one is like 10 times smoother, and I'd say that the biggest factor for that is the ability to roll in any direction. In the first one, in order to jump, you had to hit the spacebar while going forwards and backwards, and if you wanted to roll, you had to do the same except for while strafing. It works okay, but in the second one, the roll was mapped to its own key, and it made a huge difference. The ability to jump and roll in any direction actually made a really big difference on how fluid the movement felt. Well, yeah, but the first one has proning. Yeah, well, proning sucks. Oh, I'm gonna hide behind this box. Now let me stand up. Oh wait, you can't, because hitting crouch again makes you prone. What's that? You wanna steady your aim? Well, only if you wanna prone when you're done. Who the fuck prones anyway? Why is the top vertex of the knee attached to the thigh? It works fine on Geonosis because you use the same models as the first game where it wasn't an issue. So how did it become an issue? Why the fuck are these heroes so hard to kill?
Tanking.
Literally every shot. What the fuck? Why do arc blasters exist? They're the most useless weapon in the entire game. In conclusion, they're both a masterpiece. Fuck you, EA. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the lack of Star Wars music in the video. I've heard of people's videos of Battlefront 2 getting copy struck because of the music. That doesn't seem fun. Thanks again for watching, and bye, I guess.